Hello from Plan TV News. This is Andrew, and I'll be your news anchor for today. First, we have the segment, What's New at the Clubhouse?
Hi, this is Lauren, and this is something new at the Clubhouse, is our culinary board. It's not just for culinary, it's for anyone who has an idea for a possible future meal can come back here. We've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the different categories of meals. And if you have an idea, maybe you want French toast, just throw that up there. The culinary team will view it and take it into account. And it's honestly the quickest, simplest way for you to have your idea heard. Bye.
Now, we have the health tip of the week from Pam and Lisa. Let's see what they have for us today.
Hi, Clubhouse members. I'm Pam.
And I'm Lisa.
And today we're going to talk about a cognitive distortion called minimizing and maximizing. The first one, well, I can't remember shit.
Minimizing.
I'm not again.
We're going to show you examples of them, but just remember we're acting.
Right. None of this is true for us, but a lot of people do this, and I've done this myself in the past. So minimizing would be, I can't remember.
Pam, your book, I'm just going to have to read it again. It is so fantastic.
Oh, Lisa, no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No.
It was a work of art.
I started about 15 years ago, and I just think it's lame.
No, you have it all wrong. I think you're minimalizing the importance of how powerful your book is.
You think?
Yes.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Well, I got to stop doing that because I might as well get the credit if I deserve it.
You deserve it.
Okay, well, thank you for setting me straight.
Yeah.
And I heard that you had a little discussion with your sister this morning.
Oh, I did. And it ruined my morning. It's ruined my afternoon. It's like a mountain in front of me. And it keeps going on in my head. And it grows more as it goes.
Are you sure you're not maximizing the amount of distress?
I probably am.
Yeah, maybe you need to let it go a little bit.
Yeah, that would be a good suggestion.
Okay. Well, anyway, that was maximizing and minimizing, and I hope you guys can keep in track of your thinking and not do that as much. Bye.
Bye.
My joke of the day is, why does the nurse like red?
3, 2, 1.
She likes to draw blood.
Now we have the segment Getting to Know You. It's a way for us to learn more about the people we work with every day here at Plan.
Hey, this is Brian, and this is a segment Getting to Know You, and we have a lovely young lady here. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, Brian. My name is Shira, and I'm a staff generalist at Plan. And in September of 24 will be my 4 years here.
Oh, wonderful. That's wonderful. Can you tell us what specifically brought you here and actually kept you here for so long?
Yes, good question. So I was new to Texas, had no idea what a clubhouse was, and started exploring. I wanted to work in mental health, and I wanted to start right away working non-clinically. I wanted to kind of get my feet on the ground. So I was just searching things online and discovered this. They happened to be hiring, and I started coming out. It was during COVID. And so I started joining the lunches outside at the garden and getting to know everyone. I remember talking to Mark Henry on my kind of first day, just visiting. And it was kind of a really cool experience for me to learn what a clubhouse was and to start seeing it in action. And I very quickly fell in love with the clubhouse model.
That's really great. It's an interesting story. So what was your life like before the plan? Maybe just tell us a little bit about your schooling and then what your goals were for school.
Sure. So my undergraduate degree is in fine arts. Studied at a little school called Cooper Union in downtown Manhattan. And I have a lot of different work experience. But really, for the past decade, most of it has been in one way or another connected to the arts world. So whether it was working as a gallerist for a gallery out of Amsterdam at a Miami Art Fair, or working at a gallery and operations manager in Los Angeles, or doing like music video editing and digital, like a lot of video editing. So really, until I made a solid formal switch into the pursuit of psychology and working in the mental health career, mostly digital art was, and teaching in that realm was kind of my background.
That's very interesting. Wow, he sounds pretty diverse, and I wish artists made more money, or you'd probably still be pursuing that, right?
It was definitely frustration with the industry, including how much money you can make and the consistency. So I was like, a lot of my work in the several years before Plan was gig work. Like I did, like I was saying, music video.
Okay.
You know, you start, you stop. So it's not consistent. So having that consistent flow of money did become problematic. But also there were other things with the industry and the field that were in some ways letting me down, and I felt like this was my other love that I hadn't yet pursued formally, kind of mental health, psychology, all of that. So I decided, let me make that my career, and let me keep art for fun.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So first of all, why mental health? I know that a lot of people go into mental health because they have family members or things that they deal with themselves. If you don't mind a personal question like that, why mental health?
That's a good one. I do have experience from my family. That is something I would say definitely kind of like was maybe a cherry on top of a sundae of things.
Okay.
But truly, I think it started with my interest in how I could. There's so many ways I could approach this, but I think a deep part of me is that I want to understand people better, because I believe the more I understand people in their vast diversity, the better I can serve them and love them. And if I think I understand them but don't, and I try to serve and love them, I could be doing it in a way that isn't truly serving and loving. And so I want to understand people better. And I feel like there's really no better way to do that than from the perspective of psychology and understanding what is really a spectrum between mental health and mental illness that we all are part of.
Wow, that's a beautiful answer. And my guess is that gives you a lot of purpose.
Absolutely, yes.
Wonderful.
It does.
And then also, I heard Manhattan, so tell me where you're from and where you were born and where you spent most of your early life.
Okay, so I'm from South Florida, so the tropical part. Like Fort Lauderdale area. More specifically Tamarack, which most everyone will not hear and think of anything except for Scott. Scott knows Tamarack well. So I grew up there, and I was there until I moved to New York for college.
Wonderful. Is there anything interesting or something peculiar maybe about you that nobody else knows?
We did have a little alligator named Wally that was in our canal. This was very South Florida. And me and my friends would run around just all day. I was homeschooled until high school. So as soon as I finished my studies, I hit the outdoors, and we had a little gator. And I just had this neighbor that caught a tilapia, and he's like, here, Wally, 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 here, Wally, Wally. Next thing you know, that gator is on the bank chasing us, and I'm like legitimately screaming my head off, top of my lungs. And eventually he went for the fish. So the man behind the camera is asking how big was the gator. At that time, like 3.5 feet. But the wildlife services down there wouldn't take them out of the canals until they hit about 5 feet. And a gator of 4.5 could easily take down a pet or a small child. Yeah. So once it got to about 4 feet, we actually caught the gator and carefully wrapped its jaw and didn't hurt it, and brought it to the Everglades, which was really close. Yeah. So we can let it out so it can grow big without having to be put down for like eating someone's dog or something.
Okay.
How fast can a gator run at that age?
How fast can a gator run at that age?
I can't tell you in miles per hour, but I could say pretty dang fast.
Fast as a kid?
I was a fast runner at that age. That was like my thing. I ran a lot. And I was running really fast, as fast as I could. I was so scared. So yeah, I mean, they're fast animals. It's a good question. We should Google it.
Yeah, definitely. So trying to wrap things up here, what brings you happiness and joy other than art?
Ooh, I love that question. I really love, my life has definitely been one where I've had to plan things down so much because I'm doing so much at once. I really love when I could just do things by the seat of my pants, or however you describe it. I love spontaneity, and I love play and movement. So whether that's hopping from, curb to leaf pile or climbing a tree, kind of experiencing the world through the joy of like running around outside or just moving. Like I love moving through space. I love those things.
Yeah, you like to take everyone out on walks, don't you?
I do. Yeah. And I think it's therapeutic too.
Great. That makes life very interesting. So the last question is, what would you like to say to the members?
Oh man, don't underestimate how you inspire everyone around you, or even if it's one person around you. I think really, I hear it from member to member, and sometimes it might not be directly spoken to each person, but your impact here is big, and I mean that positively, and perhaps even on a day when you feel like, wow, no one, maybe no one sees me, or I don't really feel like part of this crew today. Everyone has a day where they feel that way. And there's someone that might not be saying it, but that probably really appreciates what you're bringing to our group that day. And don't forget that.
Great. I can totally agree. A smile and even just someone saying hello really makes a difference, and people remember that throughout the day. Well, thank you so much for your time, Shira, and I appreciate all your answers, and you have a wonderful day. We do appreciate you here, too, and your smile. So you do a great job.
Thank you. This was really enjoyable, and I thought you brought great questions. So.
Oh, thank you.
You're an ace anchor.
Well, Steve taught me well. So, okay, that's it for this segment. Have a great day, guys.
Finally, we'll be highlighting the upcoming events here at our clubhouse.
Hello, this is Ann Gant. I would like to let you know about the current events happening in Plan this month. First, we have Planning Day 2024 next Wednesday, the 24th of January. And then we have Supper Club on the 27th of January at 5 p.m. at El Phoenix. They meet there. And then on the 30th of January, we have a birthday bash at 12:30 p.m. during lunchtime. I want to let you know what the events are and hope to see you there. This is Ann. Bye-bye.
Well, that's it for the broadcast today. Thanks for watching. This is Andrew signing off until next week. Keep going. It will get better.